here we are at the reviewing area, and here we have this toy review that we're taking a look at here, and I need my dad's help on this figure from this show on the side of the cardboard here of the packaging here.
All right, we are going to get off into this now. This is a subsection of the DC universe. Pretty much Jim Lee. He was a creator for DC. He was not, no way, shape, or kin to Stan Lee. So we're just going to nip that in the bud right now. He is no kin to two separate people, drawn for two separate universes here. Wildcats. I remember when I first saw the first cartoon of it air, and I remember it had a catchy theme. The theme was pretty catchy. The way the opening theme and stuff like that, it was pretty interesting. I didn't understand exactly what I was looking at yet until I watched the first one, and it kind of explained some of the stuff that was going on, but not totally. You have a good faction and a bad faction, kind of like G.I. Joe and Cobra, kind of like Autobots and Decepticons, kind of like, the GoBots, where you have the Guardians and the Renegades. For here, it was a good faction, and then you had the bad faction, which were the Daemonites. And then you had the main bad guy, who was right here, and it's Helspont. I'm trying to understand his name still. Helspont? Helspont. Helspont.
His name is here. And this is one of the bad guys from Wildcats. It's right here. I call it like Hell's Point.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or Helspont.
Helspont.
Yes.
Helspont. That sounds about right. Helspont.
Yeah.
So, this in equivalence, he's like the Cobra Commander of the Daemonites. So he is the main bad villain. And he basically wants to take over the world with the Daemonites for control and power.
Just like with every villain who wants to take over the world.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed the packaging that these guys come in, because when you've seen them like at K&B Toys, you knew exactly what it was. Because this packaging has always been flashier than G.I. Joe or, Autobots or Decepticons, because they're so, I don't know, it's so big, it's so large in scope. But the figures are pretty big. So, I mean, everything that they have on the packaging advertised itself pretty well. From the artwork to the characters that you see in the package to even the sides and even the back. The back goes into a broader scope of characters, and even the logo.
And here's Jim Lee's signature here. So Jim Lee is like the director or writer of Wildcats.
He's the main. He was. I'm assuming. I know he was the main. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Jim Lee. He was the main think tank of it, I believe. I could be wrong, but I know that he was the one person who pulled this all together and started creating the Wildcats, from what I understand. Now, if I'm wrong, let me know down below. I think it was Jim Lee and someone else. There was one more creator, but I forgot who it was. So, they have a lengthy bio and a story with each one of them, and that is reminiscent to pretty much like G.I. Joe of their different characters.
And this is the bio here.
Right.
And this bio has one of those cutouts here, because I can see on the, like, lines here where you can cut it out. that they used to do back in the 1980s and the 1990s.
Right.
Which they don't do that anymore.
Nah. Pretty much no. Not in today's time, but back then you could cut them out and you could have your own cards with your own villains, your bad guys and good guys. There's some similarities on some of these characters, and like I said, we have a couple more Wildcats besides this one that we're going to review, not right now. But the other guy is kind of like a mismatch in between Wolverine, Deadpool, and Gambit.
And the toy company that made this is by Playmates here, which is also on the front of the box, which I don't know if I got it on camera.
Down at the bottom,
yep.
Bottom corner.
Right there.
Right, Playmates, which I don't even know if they're still in business today. I don't have a clue. I don't know. So, but this is definitely something that would come out in 1990s, early 1990s, either 92 or 93. I don't believe it's in 1994. I think 1993. I think it made its run from 1993 to 1998 is how long it went on. I could be wrong. And if I am, let me know down in the comments below. Like I said, this right here, I only seen a couple of them. I did not follow the actual storyline to see where it was going over time. So I know about it, but I can't tell you a whole lot about the story of where it goes. I knew it had a catchy theme. I like a theme.
But right now, we're taking a look at the toy here. So now that we've taken a look at the box, let's now crack him open.
You have a knife? You just cut open the... Okay, never mind.
It's one of the...
It's one of them.
which I still really miss in Transformers packagings. Because Transformers packagings did used to be like this.
They did. Sure.
Yes. Which I wish they would bring back. But now that's open, you now get to see the full picture of Helspont, his legs and everything else, and the background here, which has this thing.
Now that, show them right quick what you opened up. Now this is the bad guy's logo. So this is their logo for the bad faction, kind of like Cobra Commander. So I just wanted to let you know, and on this faction right here, this symbol, it does have pegs where you can plug in the character, for he will have a stand to stand on.
In other words, from what I can tell, that this is like a display stand where you can display your figure on.
Man, that's like a rubber band. And that's just tape. But that was, that tape's been on there since 1990s. Yep.
There we go.
There we go. That's a stretchy type of rubber band there now.
And these are also covered up in tape.
Those are also covered in tape. You're gonna love that tape. Oh, you're loving it right now, aren't you? This is, yep, I'm loving it all right. Yep, There we go.
There we go.
Wow, that's amazing. That was pretty good.
And
Okay.
open up this collector card here.
The collector card. Oh. Yay!
There we go.
It says I'm going to have a fight with this card.
Okay. So right now I'm just gonna set the accessories off to the side and get to the figure.
Now,
Here.
if you actually think about it, this is the first time this guy's ever seen actual air. He's been encased since 1993. That's a thought, huh? He's been encased in that plastic tomb, that little coffin of plastic since 1993. Have you ever thought about that? That's yeah. Okay, well, that's amazing.
So right now I'm just adjusting the light here. And
Now,
okay. So here is Helspont out of the packaging.
and this right here is the exclusive special edition battle finish. That's what they say on the package. So that's the reason why he looks like he does.
Like, is there another version, is what it's saying?
Yes, there is. Yes. And
Just the regular version?
yes. So I would have to see the other version of him. This was the only one that I've seen, so I didn't know that they had two versions, but they must. I think all this is, and I could be wrong, I think that his stuff right there is silver instead of gold. I could be wrong. But getting back to it, yes, and if our memory serves me correctly, he looks just like this in the cartoon. He is the Cobra Commander. He is the Megatron. He is the Psykill of this faction here, known as the Wildcats. He is the bad guy, head bad guy.
And here's a closer look at his head sculpt. This black thing around him, that's his face, not a mask.
It doesn't come off, right? It's molded in. The black? Yeah. I think it's molded in. It don't come off.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
his face, as far as I know. Now, like I said, I never did see this all the way through, so I'm assuming that that's his face. I could be wrong. I do like that cape.
And his hair is like a flame effect, like Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that's his head on fire. Yeah, that's his head on
So,
mystic blue fire.
d-
That's not his hair. That's just a big ball of fire on his head.
does he kind of have a combination of Ghost Rider as well?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, he might. I don't know what his aspirations for drawing this type of character, where he pulled his aspirations from. I don't know. It could have been a combination of a couple of things, and then this is where it led to. I don't know. The cape. The cape reminds me of oh man.
Magneto.
No, not Magneto. It reminds me of Spawn.
Okay.
Because Spawn has capes like that.
Yes. Spawn does have a cape like this.
That's what it reminds me of, as far as the cape.
All around, I will have to say that I do think the sculpting and the detail work on this figure, being that this is from the 1990s era, is pretty cool and amazing.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how much articulation you can get off of one of these. I never had one of them.
It's minimum articulation. Because this is from the 1990s.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he has waist articulation or anything like that. I don't know. As far as the paint sculpt and the way he's painted up, I like it.
And
What does it say on his foot? You know, should have a stamp date on there.
oh, yep, it does.
It'd probably say 1993. I'm going to
No,
guess.
no,
94.
1994.
94. Okay.
Yes, 1994. So the mid 90s.
Yes. 90, about 93, 94, somewhere around that frame.
And all around, I will have to say, even though this is a 1990s figure, the sculpting and detail work is really good, cool. And the crown, the gold shiny crown, even though it hasn't been played with for so many years, is intact. Because if you remember from, I think from what I said in my Beast Wars video, where the transmetal versions have this type of chrome paint on them, does tend to flake off or chip off if you're not careful with it. But this is all intact because it's all brand new, never been played with and never been opened.
Right. So, as far as he looks, I like the way he looks. Yeah.
And articulation, there's not really a lot. Even though this is a figure from the 1990s, there were some action figures, even some Transformers toys in the 1990s where some still have limited articulation and others have crazy articulations to them.
Okay. Excuse me. Does he have head articulation, the arms and stuff like that? Let's see what all actually moves on him.
So the head can swivel, but I think it does go all the way around, but due to the cape, it does limit it. Arms can rotate all the way around. Okay.
I don't know if that cape is removable.
No.
It may not be.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Arms can rotate all the way around
Well, that one can. The other one can't.
due to the cape.
Right.
No elbow, no wrist, but he does have waist swivel that goes all the way around. And the legs do move forward, but they kind of move at a weird angle here.
Yes, because there's no knee articulation or anything like that.
And no knee, no feet. That's it. So you're not really gonna get a lot of playability with this figure because the articulation is really limited. So now for accessories, he doesn't come with a lot. He does come with this thing, which is the logo here for the bad guys, like Helspont is, which, like I said, is a stand. And this peg here is where either one of these holes on his feet attach to. Like that. And he comes with this thing, which is a ball of fire.
Where's that little right here? There we go. It's actually right there. It is a bio-generated fusion ball.
Okay.
Right?
Bio-generated fusion ball is what it's saying here.
Okay.
And you have him hold it in his hand, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Just something like that. Because he doesn't have any tabs and holes to...
Lower down his arm some. Lower down his arm. Okay, that's good. That's good. That may be too much. All right, put the ball in it.
Something like this.
Why does it have the tabs on it? It looks like it has tabs on it. I could be wrong. That could just be the way the flames are made.
This hole you're talking...
Yeah, that's probably just the way it's made.
Where were the tabs that you saw?
No, I'm talking about the hole right there in the middle. But I'm looking at it now. That just looks like the way the mold's made.
But he does come with...
You're going to have to look on that. Whoops. There it is. There it goes.
With this thing, which...
And it is a... something. It is a There it is. Regenerative. How you say that?
Regenerative
Molecular
molecular blaster.
blaster. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Here's a closer look at it.
And
I think you can have it fit in his hand.
yeah. Okay. I don't think it's gonna go in there a certain way. All right. Now that looks almost right.
Because I know it doesn't go in this hand.
Right, it does not go in there.
So it has to be like this hand. Yeah.
Okay. We'll get it in his hand here in a minute.
I think it is meant to have him hold it in this hand. But due to the way his hands are sculpted, they're...
We're gonna check it out here in a minute. So, put him back on his stand. Put him back on the stand. There you go.
Yeah.
Put him back on the stand. Now go ahead and set him down. There you go. Now,
And the last thing that he comes with is his little collector's card here.
right, and it says that this is his battle armor, so I'm assuming that's what all the gold is about. It's a battle armor type that he has.
And here's the back, and here's a bio, right?
Yes, it talks a little bit about what's going on with him and the evil Damonites.
And here's some more writing here. Wildstorm Productions. Is that the company that made the show?
Yeah.
Okay. And here's Wildcats, art by Alan M. and John Lowe. And that's that. And that is it for this figure. So we will be back with our final thoughts.
Yes, so this way we can see how this gun actually goes in this hand. It does go in there, I just don't know how yet. We do have a couple more of these, so this is not the first, this is not the last. But it's worth covering. So, this is our first one for the Wildcats.